What's your age?
31.
Are you single?
Single's $1.
Why do you think that is?
Not good enough.
Is that why your last relationship ended?
Probably. She left me.
How long was it?
4 years too long.
So why do you think she left you, man?
I wasn't balling, man.
How much money do you think women in Miami want a man to bring to a relationship?
Shit, as much as he could. And I think the guy at least got to be clearing over 6 figures.
100K is the minimum.
Yeah, I would say so, because if you're living in a place like downtown Miami, Brickell, if you're not making at least $150 to pay for rent/mortgage and then having food to spend and then expenses, your pockets are gonna be light, son.
But is 100K even a lot of money in modern day?
Hell no, inflation is no joke, man. Hell no. You gotta be clearing, I think you at least gotta be clearing $250,000.
With men, the more money they make, does that make dating easier for them, or?
Yeah, you have way more options.
But what about women who match them monetarily?
Oof, that one is tough, because the women who got their A game, they're looking for a guy that's gonna help them even level up more than where they're already at.
It's not just in Miami, it's women in the West. They want the 6'6", 6 feet, 6 figures, and 6-pack. That's why I moved to Asia, because over here, your money goes a lot further and you have access to 10 times the amount of women.
I need a name for the opposite of being friend-zoned, because I am so exhausted of having this experience where I think I've made a genuine guy friend. We're laughing, we're having a good time, we're bonding over mutual interests. It just feels very wholesome and fun. And then they say something suggestive, and then I have to either A, not reciprocate, or B, set a boundary, and then they just stop talking to me. And this can happen in any phase of a relationship. Either you've just met or you've known each other for a little bit. And it's so dehumanizing, because it's very clear then that I was only seen as a romantic or sexual prospect and not as a person. If you have a name suggestion for this awful experience, put them down below. Feel free to share your experiences, because I would love to have just a bonding moment with people who have also gone through this.
Men and women cannot be friends. There are only 3 exceptions to that rule. Number 1, you've previously had a sexual relationship. Number 2, you're just not grown yet. You're probably a teenager, someone young that doesn't understand. And number 3, one of you like each other. If you don't like her, then it's probably her that likes you.
Here's the simplest dating advice you'll ever need in your life, but most of you won't listen because you guys like to argue and complain about stupid shit that is very easy to understand. That person that has inconsistent communication with you just doesn't like you that much. That person that ghosted you isn't a bad person. They just became uninterested or found someone else. Move on, find someone else to text you. If your partner cheated on you, leave them. And if you don't leave them, which most of you won't because most of you lack standards and self-respect, shut up about it, stop hanging it over their head, and learn how to work through it together. Or else, move on. If a man does not want to pay all your bills and wants to go 50-50, that doesn't make him a bum, that doesn't make him a bad guy, that doesn't make him a little boy. He's still a man, just a man with different interests and goals in life. Go find you someone who will. There's 8 billion people in the world, I promise you can find one. That woman that wants all her bills paid doesn't make her a gold digger, doesn't make her a slut. Just go find you one that could do 50-50 with you. It's very simple. She just doesn't want what you want, and that's okay. You cannot attract the type of person you want if you are also not the person that they want. Get off the couch if you want a gym rat. Open up a fucking book if you want someone who reads books a lot. It's very simple. Men aren't shit, your standards are. You attract what you are, so maybe it's time to do some self-reflection. Most men under 30 don't have their shit together, and that's okay. Stop letting social media fill up your head with these unrealistic standards. This one is gonna ruffle some feathers. Men have it way harder in life than we do, especially when it comes to money. So stop being a 25-year-old woman wondering why this 25-year-old man can't bust his cooch.
It sounds too simple and like common sense, but when you're dating or when you're in a relationship, it sounds too good. It sounds too simple, but that's because it is. It sounds like common knowledge. When you're dating, you tend to ignore a lot of the red flags, or you just don't like to admit things to yourself. But she's absolutely right.
Hi, we're in our 30s.
We're in our 30s. We'll say we're going to bed early, but we'll lay here for 6 to 8 hours watching reruns of The Office.
T.
We're in our 30s. We're definitely not afraid of spiders anymore.
We're in our 30s. We'll resort to gardening as a coping mechanism. Oh yeah, those are ready.
We're in our 30s. I'm pretty sure I know how stocks work. What is a NASDAQ? Oh wait, this takes real money? Oh my God.
We're in our 30s. Of course, I'm always ready to sit down.
We're in our 30s. I'll never be able to afford a house.
We're in our 30s. Being single hurts even more now.
We're in our 30s. I've accumulated massive debt that I'm trying to pay off with a minimum wage job. Huh, past due.
We're in our 30s. I cook everything with my air fryer. It's fine.
We're in our 30s. Or at least that's what I'm still telling people.
As someone in his 30s, I could definitely relate to almost all those factors. As you get older, things start to change. So enjoy while you can if you're below 30.
Did you know that in emergencies, the reason why we evacuate women and children first is so that we can stay behind and figure out the solution in silence?
Hi, what do you do and how much do you make?
I'm a sugar baby at the moment, and I'm not going to disclose how much I make, but it's good.
Do you get like a weekly retainer or what's the goal?
Well, yeah, it kind of was like an allowance, but now he kind of just drops off cash or stuff whenever I need it, which is really good. I broke up with my ex and I was working in hospitality and I didn't want to go back to work under someone else and I wanted to work for myself.
How long have you been seeing him for?
Over a year. He's 45 and he owns his own shop. Like he owns his own business.
Are you allowed to see anyone else? Or
Well, yeah, I'm allowed to, but I'm kind of a homebody, so I'm happy with him. And he works a lot, and I like being independent, so it kind of works out good.
Yeah, what's the best gift you've received or the most money you've gotten in like a week?
I've gotten like a necklace, a couple of rings, and a bracelet all in a week, which would be like a couple of thousand.
Yeah,
so.
You are frosted out today. Yeah,
it's the usual look. I like it. It's insurance, kind of.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully killing it even more, not having to work, because this is technically work, but it's not.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully just doing this, killing it even more.
Well, we're from a new jobs app called Get Ahead, and we operate like a dating app. So after you fill out your account, you can apply for jobs just by swiping right.
Sweet, I will.
Yeah. Cool. So we're revolutionizing the industry, trying to get rid of the cover letters and the resumes. People can just apply through the app.
Yeah, we don't need that anymore, so that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
How many sugar daddies have you had total?
Probably like 30.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Sorry.
30 total? Okay.
Yeah. Also, I'm including like Paypigs.
What's a Paypig?
A Paypig is basically someone that, like, I want you to drain my bank account type thing. Like, a Paypig is someone that submits to you. I've had one Paypig in person, and he would like bow down and like, show up to my house and just like knock on the door, put the money there, and then leave.
Average.
Such a plague.
Yeah, it's
such a plague.
It's bad. How many of the 30 total that you've had would you say have sent you more than $100,000?
Not too many. Probably only like 7.
Do you have a name for them?
Oh, is that all?
Are they? Yeah. So wait, you're 20?
Yeah.
And you've made, not counting your OnlyFans, it sounds like you've made over $1 million from Paypigs and sugar daddies.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of us, like myself and a lot of guys out there, we don't have the luxury of just posting photos of ourselves to make money. We actually have to go out there and work. And now our money doesn't go as far as it used to when our parents and grandparents did it.
Let's get into it. What are your financial goals?
Big goal, I'm trying to buy a house.
Yeah, right.
What?
You'll never own a home.
But I work 40 hours a week.
That's awesome. Nobody cares.
I don't live paycheck to paycheck.
No, you're not what we call paycheck to paycheck. You're what we call vacation to pet surgery.
Oh.
Have you ever had to replace all 4 tires on your car at once?
Yeah.
How was that for you?
Why are tires so expensive?
That's not good.
Speaking of cars, seems like you paid your car off recently.
Thank you. I did pay off my car. That's a big boy move.
The very same month your student loans picked back up?
I forgot about those.
Everybody did.
But I just got a raise.
So did all the prices.
Yeah, what's going on with eggs?
Oof, eggs are having a year. That's why I stopped eating.
When did you stop eating?
Yesterday. What are your long-term life goals?
I'm honestly just trying to be able to afford a kid.
Now keep in mind, you cannot afford a child. You can't even afford yourself. But if you're gonna have a baby, have a bunch of them. Pump her up as many times as she can handle. Then get those babies online immediately. Likes and shares. I'm not really sure how it works. Eventually one of them might turn profitable. Pay off your debt maybe even buy you that house you want.
Is that a no on stocks?
I wouldn't.
And that was some of my favorite videos from around the internet. If you enjoy this content, want to see more, subscribe to the channel, help me reach that 100 subscribers goal. I'll see you next time.